Bill Pearson is a senior at North Texas State University studying for a career in education. He's one of 37 student teachers in a program that concentrates itself in preparing teachers for teaching in the inner city schools. Educators found that they were failing miserable in preparing teachers who can be successful in inner city schools. First-year teachers, for example, assigned to schools in low-income areas, found themselves unable to cope with the problems they find.
Is prejudice learned, or do you inherit it? What? You learn to hate people? I mean, do you inherit that from your parents? You're born to hate people? George, I know you want to do that. Don't you learn it? Don't you learn it from your parents and your friends?
Programs such as this came about because of a realization of the public schools, especially in Dallas, in a need for change in training teachers. And as a result of that, the Teacher Education Center concept was brought about, and it was due to a need for a joint cooperative effort of colleges and universities to work together and bring about programs such as the one that we have going here.
The West Dallas Teacher Education Project is an attempt to move the student teacher into the real world of education. The program is different from the traditional way of preparing teachers for a career in education. The traditional method has been based on a textbook theory, preparing teachers for white middle-class schools, but they found that didn't work for teachers who taught in low-income areas.
Say, okay, Johnny's black. I saw Johnny run a red light, but all blacks run red lights.
I think several years ago, 2 or 3 years ago at least, we began to have former students of ours come back after student teaching and say to us, the education courses that we had on campus did not adequately prepare us for what we found in the real life situation in school.
And this is what I learned at first. You can't get up there. One thing I learned about black kids that I didn't know is that black kids won't put up with it, especially the kids over here. They don't put up with teachers getting up there and telling them what to do. If they don't want to do it, or if they're not interested, they'll tell you, just outright. And it was something I wasn't used to, because when I was in school, whether we liked it or not, we just did it.
Okay, if you didn't win, you eliminated now. Let me see the hands up on winners this time. All winners. Okay, now the winners have to choose a partner. Okay, this time you'll fight against Jack.
I've learned quite a bit from the program. I think by me being over here the whole semester all day, I'm really getting to see what teaching is all about.
You can't go into the classroom expecting everything to go the way that you want it to. Some days, like you'll have a beautiful lesson plan made out, and you'll think it's just going to go great, and the kids just aren't interested. And you've got to be flexible enough to alternate your plans. And this is what I've found to be extremely different. I wasn't used to it. I was just used to the teacher having complete control and just saying what's going to happen. And this is what I feel education is trying to get away from.
The student attends class in a compartment back on campus in complete isolation from the realities of a real school situation. In other words, we're talking about adolescent psychology in a classroom class in the complete absence of any adolescence. We're talking about learning theory in the complete absence of any demonstration of how learning takes place. We're talking about methods of teaching in the absence of any teaching other than the teaching that the college professors do. So it's different in the sense that when we bring up adolescent psychology in our program here, we do it as it relates to the experiences that they've just had with adolescents. When we talk about learning theory, it relates directly to problems that they've just had with youngsters learning.